How's it going, everyone? My name is Dalaz, or I was formerly known as Delarxy. So it's been a second since I've been on my YouTube channel, and I've really just made a video at all. I made my last video on a Minecraft Let's Play, but I stopped uploading, and I'm gonna tell you all what actually happened to me. I also wanted to talk about just all the empty promises I made and the very little activity I had on my YouTube channel. If any of you remember, I have a lot of deleted videos where I mentioned that I'm going to get into a better schedule and I'm going to get into a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, but it turned out that that didn't happen, and as a matter of fact, I just stopped uploading from there. So we're just going to go into what actually happened, at least at a level that I'm comfortable at. So during 2022, but I would say about 2021 had some tough times for me, but I would say the toughest year for me was probably 2022, and I'm gonna tell really why. So at this point in my life, I was not doing well. I was surrounded by people that I genuinely just did not think before that were bad influences, and they really got me to be not the best person that I could be, and that really did affect me on a mental level, and I started having a lot of issues, and I was really not doing well, and I was feeling just really down. And that also sort of happened with the fact that my motivation for all the stuff I wanted to do, all my projects and everything, my video essays, my projects, the idea for my video games, those all went down the drain because of how horrible I felt. Now, I'm not gonna get into anything in detail of what happened, but during January 2023, something really just heartbreaking happened to me, and it affected me a lot, and I started becoming incredibly depressed. I can only say that with the absolute honesty that I was feeling absolutely miserable. Every day for about 3-4 months was so hard to deal with. Right now, think that I'm in a lot of a better state than I was at the beginning of the year. And I started making the last video I made was in April of 2023. But during that time, I was also not doing really that great. And I think that some of you might have been able to tell that I wasn't really in the best mood, and I was sort of putting on this sort of persona, and I really just don't want to do that. I think that it's just really not me to put on a persona, to not be the person that I really am, and I just genuinely don't like doing that. So that was sort of what happened. I also just became more busy with school and work during this time. I was really trying my hardest, and I was having trouble managing schoolwork and actually working on stuff that I wanted to. And when I had free time, I would spend all that time playing video games and not really doing anything productive. So it was sort of this loophole where I fell into, where it was a loop of do work, play video games, do work, play video games, go to bed. It was the same loop that I put myself into, and during that time I was going through a lot when it came to just my mental health, like especially in social media. I was looking at social media, and I was sort of just like a dweller almost, and it really just affected me a lot, and it made me feel small and really just powerless when I felt that I just served no purpose. You know, I felt horrible during this time because I felt like I wasn't being the best person that I could be. And now, reflecting on it, being in November of 2023, I think that I've become a lot more motivated to do work. I've become a lot more focused on what I want to do with my life. I've become a lot more ready to start working on things. I've taken a step back, and I've recollected all my thoughts, and I think that what I wanted to do is to get back into YouTube. And I just really want to get back into making videos for you guys and everything. And I guess I'm gonna talk now about what the future of the channel is. So I've had two ideas of things that I wanted to do, which is gameplay videos and video essays. So for gameplay videos, I believe that I wanted to create like let's play style VOD kinds of gameplay, very similar to what you would find when watching Ethos Lab or watching a sort of smaller YouTuber during that time in 2010, 2011, around that age. I would say maybe Sky Does Minecraft, SS Sunday back then, kinds of levels of content. And I really wanted to make it as minimal as possible because I think that that kind of content really is comforting to me, and it really just helps me sort of just have fun. And I think that's one of the biggest things. But I've also considered making highly edited videos, a lot like my previous video where I made back in 2021. I made this video about Bed Wars, and in that video I'm very hyper, I'm very engaged. And I just wanted to say about all that is that I was normally like that, you know. So it seems very weird for someone to pick up a video to see me talking all calm and then being this super hyper person when on the Bed Wars video. So it was sort of like that dynamic that showed that during that time in my life I was really happy, everything was going great, and I was just fulfilled. I felt fulfilled. I felt like my goals in life were clearly stated out and I was going to reach them. But a lot of stuff happened during that time, and it basically caused me to stop making videos. So what's the future of what can you expect, really? That's a better word. But when can you expect new content? I think that I don't have a specific schedule, and don't expect a specific schedule from me, but I think that you could maybe expect my next video, let's say 2 weeks. I think that 2 weeks is a good amount of time, because during that time I think that I will give myself enough time to focus on work and sort of have that sort of like split of work and productivity, and also managing my own entertainment, you know. So I think that if I manage that, I think that'll benefit me. I also wanted to talk about just my personal projects, so what I've been actually doing, what I've been up to in my life ever since I stopped using my YouTube channel and stopped uploading and everything. So one of the projects I've been working on is called the Wellness Archives, and I have never mentioned it on this channel, but it is a horror project that I'm working on, and I've gotten a few people on board with it. Actually, there was a few people that were interested in voice acting for it, but it's a homemade horror project that I've created, and I don't really want to talk about it too much because of the fact that I don't want to spoil it. I don't want anyone to really really know too much about it. I think that so far I'm really proud of where it's going, and it really is helpful to work on the scripts and everything. I'm on the first draft of the script right now, which I have been working on for the better part of about 8 months, and there isn't much in it. For 8 months it's not much, but I'm really just proud of the fact that I was able to create this and come up with all these ideas and everything during this time. And as for my game projects, I have not worked on them, but I still want to create one day. I really want to create Dodora, which is a psychological horror RPG game, and which is a sort of Terraria-esque style game about creating a giant treehouse and basically killing mobs and getting loot, and basically something very similar to Terraria, but instead you're met with a treehouse that you have to build, very similar to the game known as Roblox Treelands. It's a very old game, but it holds a very special place in my heart for the inspiration of what it actually is. So I think that I want to work on that eventually. but that's a long way down the road. Anyway, I thank you all for sticking with me. I'm gonna say this as like honest as I can. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, for believing in me. I can't thank you all enough for all the support you've given on the videos. It has meant the whole world to me, and I really hope that my support continues. So thank you all, and I just wanted to say to all my fans that thank you, and thank you to anyone, even if you're not a fan, even if you just like the video or watch the video, thank you for taking your time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I can't thank you enough. It just blows my mind that there are people out there willing to watch my content that I create. It really touches my heart. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say, and I just wanted to say, yeah, thank you, and you can expect a video from me relatively soon. So yeah, so I'll see you all later, and good luck to anyone, and don't let any of you, if you have any dreams, anything, I know those sounds extremely cheesy, if you have any dreams, anything that you feel confident about, just do it. Like, really just do it. Give yourself time. Don't listen to other people if they're criticizing your work. Just do what makes you happy. That's all I can say. Thank you so much, everyone, and goodbye.